Alright, y'all, we ready to react to another drama video? Hello.
They said when he got a new crib, he was gonna leave me alone. He was finally bossing up. Still popping up at my house every day. Like, which one is it? Is he gonna boss up, or is that what you think he's gonna do? Because you think you know these people through a screen? Absolutely not. It's not what happens. Having a kid don't automatically bind
I'm just so appalled by the first sentence already.
you. What's
Having a kid with somebody doesn't bind y'all together. Okay.
what's the other word for bond? Bond.
Oh,
I think
bond.
it is bind. It doesn't automatically bind you with the kid.
Oh, having a kid doesn't bond you with the kid instantly. Okay. I'm getting what she's saying.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm super gay.
Child, after all that foolishness, now Ekane is talking about she regrets having the baby. And for those of you guys who do not know, Ekane and Chris, they are a viral couple for their DV relationship. And Ekane went viral for her story about how she was a 304. She slept with quote unquote the whole hood and she got shot. Now, Chris and Ekane are very much so on and off, but kind of on. Like, Chris is making it seem like they actually on. She just trying to put on for the internet like she's not really with him because they really not supposed to be around each other. But he's sneaking that D up in her behind the scenes. Ekane is very popular on TikTok. She does Twitch, Instagram, but I think she makes most of her money from TikTok, doing like wig promo. So now Ekane says that she regrets having a baby with Chris, and she is on her third baby. At first, for the longest time, she was lying. I ain't gonna lie, she kind of had me fooled a little bit. But for the longest time, she was saying like, "Oh no, I'm not really pregnant. Nope, this is not Chris' baby. I'm not even pregnant. What are you talking about?"
I think what made her not emotionally get attached to the baby is because she not celebrating it. She almost acting like it doesn't exist. So I couldn't form an attachment with something that doesn't exist to me. So
I'm thinking maybe because she was contemplating the AB. And that was mad at Chris, even though she was saying that Chris was a bum. He had no job. Now he has a job. And she wanted him to go to a baby shower with her. But he was like, no, I was going to call her to work. But then I decided, no, I'm actually going to work. So Ekane was very upset and sad about that. But anyway, we got a lot to get into about how she's regretting this baby and doesn't feel attached to this baby. We got a lot to get into about that. So let me do my disclaimer, so get right into the video. Disclaimer, everything in this video is alleged. Everything in this video is a personal opinion, strictly for entertainment. This video is protected under fair use. I don't know these people personally, so this is not a personal attack, and I didn't make this video to talk down on anyone. I just gave my authentic opinion with no ill intent. If you're offended,
but I thought if they're a public figure, we could speak on them.
by anything in this video, I am not responsible for your emotions.
I put it like this: you put your business on the internet, I'm gonna speak on you. If my business was on the internet, you'd speak on me. Especially if it's popular.
I just make great videos with full backgrounds on celebrities, influencers, and reality TV stars. This is not T-Page, but I do keep my internet homie, so let's get into it.
I already canceled his flight too, so whatever. I do everything by myself anyways, so this won't hurt.
And it probably hurts because she expected more.
Put it in the trash.
Yay!
Just kind of sad. Thought we were going in the right direction these days. Or maybe I'm being selfish because he do got a job, but he was gonna call in to work for if he was going to Miami too, so you could just call him for 3 days. He's gonna be gone.
Yeah, now Ekane is saying she regrets keeping her baby, but like I said, you can definitely tell.
I mean, she do have a point. If you gonna call out for Miami, why you can call out for? Interesting.
Oh, because she denied that she was even pregnant for the longest, and like I said, I think it's probably because she was contemplating on having an AB, and then she was like, "Yeah, let me keep it." And now she's probably like, "Dang, I should have got rid of it," but now it's too late. But it's like, I'm sorry, I don't even feel like you should have been smashing him unprotectedly. Like, the fact that y'all in a DV relationship, like, why even want to bring another child into all of that chaos and just toxicity? And Chris says that she is even manipulating his kids against him. And of course, like I said in my last video about them too, they both have, I feel like they both, it's mutual combat, and they both have an equal part to play in this. So it's not like I see people nowadays saying, oh, Ekane is doing all of this to Chris, but Chris is doing all this to Ekane too. Like, if he was
Both of them
really
play a part
that
in
much
that
better
shit.
than her, he would
Ain't
stop
nobody
smashing
better than
That's
nobody
how
needs
I
the
feel.
truth.
Especially raw, like you raw dogging, and a woman that you saying is like manipulating your kids against you. So now y'all having more kids and more kids and more kids. So is she really doing all of that? And she probably is, but he's no better.
Kids right now, bro. You can tell right kids now. I let y'all down. I'm so sorry for putting y'all through that. Bro, in 8 minutes, they not gonna give a about none of that. They don't give a about none of that shit trying to manipulate my kids, bro. I'm gonna continue to pop up at the school picking my son up. I'll be there tomorrow. You wanna keep my kids for 30 days? And then get mad at me because I had them for 3? Man, I'll see you Tuesday. What you talking about? This weird ass. She couldn't wait to get on live. She couldn't wait to get on live. She couldn't wait to get on live. So mad. Yeah, I am mad because it's my image, my kids, my personality. What the? Why would I not be upset? It's my life. Shut the f up. Yeah, I bet it is. I bet it is. Shut the f up. But when me and my son was just chilling for a whole hour, why you gotta hop on live crying? You mad I got my son? For 2 days? Okay, that's the issue. You mad I got my son for 2 days. Up on live crying when you, Shari, and the other girl hopped on the club at me at Metro 2 nights ago? I thought you had a no contact order. But you, Shari, Kiki, and the other girl hopped off that green track car. It's a police camera right there. Outside of Metro. You violated your bond. Erica, you look at it and call the police right then and there. And say, yeah, so the camera right there. It's right there. Like, come on with this.
Personally, I think Ekane loves Chris more than he loves her. And it's like, she keeps on talking bad about him and even degrading Chris in front of the kids, which, as a parent, a mother or a father, you should never degrade or talk bad about the other parent in front of your kids. Leave them out of that. But she talks bad about him. She tears him down, which you should never do that, you know, about your man, especially publicly. Then gets back with him, so it just makes her look super goofy. If he was a bum, why you want to attach yourself to a bum? Aren't you a boss? Look, I thought you made $40,000 a month. I also think that she always want to be attached and be back up under Chris, even though it's a DV relationship, because she feels like the better woman, a better woman than all of the other baby mamas, because she has all her kids with, you know, the same man. So she looks, in my opinion, she looks down on the other women like, oh, I ain't like y'all. I got all my kids by the same man. But you got all your kids by an abusive man. So that's the difference. Now, if it was a healthy relationship and like that was your husband, then of course, great. You
I don't even have nothing to say because she clearing all the words out of my mouth.
can flex on them all you want, but it's not that.
We back together, but I'm going to his house because I need to be around him. Sorry that y'all don't understand that, and I'm sorry that y'all think y'all know me, and I'm sorry that y'all don't want to see me with him. I understand that, but I'm going to be over there. I'm going through it, and I'm going to have
I mean, she's pregnant.
a blast, and he's going to fuck me down to the ground, and he's going to make love to me, and he's going to take my mind away off of all the shit I'm going through. Okay?
Done eating.
Ekane said that she does not feel a bond to the baby that is in her stomach right now. And someone said every mother does not instantly bond with their babies. There are actually times where the mother doesn't even want to hold their child, not to mention her pregnancies were traumatic. It happens. She's not the first or the last, but
Definitely, this is definitely right. But also, if I did not acknowledge something for months that was going on, wouldn't you think it doesn't exist?
how I feel is
She probably feel like if you acting like something don't exist, you're not celebrating it, so you're not building no connection. How can you build a connection with something that don't exist?
her being pregnant right now is a choice. She could have really stopped smashing Chris. Is
It
she
is.
on birth control? That's what I would want to know. Was she on birth control while she had the baby? And if she's not, she doesn't believe in birth control, then it's time to use a condom. Tamar Braxton said this and she stopped having kids afterwards. Meanwhile, this girl stays pregnant. Right. I think Ekane has some tendencies that does make her a good mother, but she also has some tendencies that does not make her a good mother. Like, she seems like she really loves her kids and she wants the best for her kids. But on the other end, I say that she has some tendencies that make her a bad mother, because I'm sorry, what good mother would want to be fighting and like you and your daddy putting hands on each other in front of the kids? That is very bad. And like how sometimes she gets mad at the viewers and she will cuss them, clean the F out, saying every curse word in front of the kids. And I
like, what if her daughter turns out like her, not in a thotty sense or a whole sense, but like as in get a man that doesn't truly love her because she hasn't seen true love.
People like, well, her kids know better than to do that. And of course, my mother said that when I was younger as well. It's like, you do what I say, you don't do what I do. But that's not how it works. So of course, the kids probably won't ever be cussing in front of her until they probably like 15, 16. You think they won't be doing it behind her back? Yes, they will.
Connect connects you with the kid. It doesn't automatically attach you with the kid. Because if that happened, the concept of being a bad mom wouldn't exist, right? Like, everybody would be a good mom because you're automatically bound to this kid. But a bond with a child takes work. It takes time, just like a bond with anything else. It don't automatically come just because you pushed him out your coochie.
He can't be saying that her baby daddy Chris be breaking into her house and she don't know nothing about it. He be stealing from her, and it's like, why do you keep on leaving your money around knowing that he's stealing from you? And then he comes on here saying that he said that he can't say her car that she had bought was $100,000, and he was like, no, it ain't cost $100,000. It cost like $40,000 or $60,000, whatever he said. But it's like, with a baby daddy like this, who the freak needs enemies? Like, why are you always talking down on this girl? And then my thing is, why do Ekane keep taking them back? Or is this just for content? But if she was flexing that she had $100,000 car, my question is, why? It's not like it's a house, you know what I mean? Like something that's gonna make you money. A car is the depreciating asset. Now, I'm not saying you can't have no $100,000 car. Look, I want this $80,000 Lexus GX 550, but I wouldn't be flexing that. Oh, okay, I paid $80,000 for it. I mean, I just paid it, but that's not the flex.
I mean, it is a flex to have a nice ass car, but I do think Ekane actually does have a house too.
An expensive car note is definitely not the flex that I
An expensive car note is not a flex.
think people think it is. Maybe to like teenagers and people like up to like the age of 24, but when you become like the age of 25, you realize like all of that, like you trying to save money, you trying to invest money, not just always be spending money.
Every time that bitch can post, she lying. Talking about I spent $100K on my car. No, you did not. I seen the receipt, Erica. It wasn't $100,000. It wasn't $80,000. I seen it. I paid $100K for my car. A liar. Cool little $20,000. Then she got a $20,000 loan from the bank. Yeah, she owed the bank 20 bands, and now she don't got the car. So now she finna have to pay the 20 bands back and get a new car. Dumb. If you was at home being a mom, you'd have your car right now. Listen, if you was at home being a mom in the first place, you wouldn't have been at my house in the first place, damaging my car. You would still have your journey, your Dodge Journey, and your 20 bands.
I'm confused on what made her want to keep this one after deleting all the other ones, because they say that she had like 4 other ABs or whatever. But it's like insanity is definitely doing the same thing and expecting different results. Because like I said, if you had to get 4 ABs, I would definitely.
I see why she did a disclaimer, because she be saying some wild shit.
I'm going to go sign up for birth control. I'm going to say, oh no, Chris, I know
Not
that
even
I'm your
that.
boo
I'm
and
not
all, but we're gonna have to
fucking
use a
Chris.
condom. Like I have a friend and she only have 2 kids by her baby father, but she had told me like last month, like, okay, I want to get them tied on up now, and the kids are not young. They like, her youngest child is like 6 years old. So like it comes to a point. And she's grieving her sister, and she just got diagnosed with mental health, I think, schiz and bipolar. That's too much on top of postpartum. No, that's serious on top of postpartum. But I have never ever heard anyone say that she was diagnosed with schiz. But let me know if this is true or not down in the comment section. If she does have schiz and bipolar, I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I feel bad for her.
Not trying to get in nobody's business, but when it's on the internet, you know it's fair game. All right, exactly what Ekane is going through right now is the same reason why I made sure I did not have a second kid with my baby father. You see, a lot of people confuse trauma bonding for being in love or not being able to let somebody go. I can't speak for anybody's situation, but one thing I do know is that you should never make the decision to have a baby in the midst of fighting and chaos. That's a trauma baby. But it's actually sad hearing Ekane get on live saying that she regrets keeping the baby, because the baby's gonna be here. And postpartum is definitely real. And it's hard. She's also gonna notice that now Chris is really gonna feel like he got it like that, because now she in the house with 3 kids.
Ekane said her mom was in a really bad DV relationship, and like I said, that's that generational trauma. Like how people be like, oh, as a parent, you do what I say, you don't do what I do. You can say all that all you want, but your child is going to adapt to what you do. Ekane mother was in a really bad DV relationship.
And that's exactly why she doing what she doing. She don't think her daughter gonna do it too?
What is Ekane in a bad DV relationship? Because it's, you could say don't do this just because I did it, but it becomes normal, and it comes like you are like your parents most of the time. She needs to try to stop and beat this cycle, because then her daughter is going to adapt it, or even maybe her son. Obviously, the son most likely isn't going to be the one getting put hands on, but he might put his hands on his girlfriend because he see, oh, my daddy did it to my mommy, and they love each other. That some people really think, oh, a man put his hands on me, or a man got mad at me, yelled at me, oh, he must really love me. Like when I was younger, I used to think that possessive, crazy stuff was cute, can't leave me alone stuff was cute, but no, I don't engage in none of that now. That's not love at all.
About it is, I strongly believe in, you cannot apologize for something that you don't remember. I'm sorry. It's going to be a fake. It's not going to be sincere because you don't remember it. My mom was in an abusive relationship from 18 years old, out of high school, pregnant with my big brother in 1978. Pregnant, graduated high school, and had my son, my older brother, my older sister. Then 10 years later, almost 20 years later, she have another kid in 1999. After all the shit, right? And she got remarried. My mom was born in 1960. She is 65 years old, my mom. And I think my mom really don't remember nothing. I'm going to be honest. I don't think my mom remembered nothing because core memories to
her mom probably was so traumatized to the point she can't remember shit for real.
Kids, I'm a mom now, so I understand. It's only because I'm a mom. If I didn't have kids, I wouldn't be able to understand what I'm saying right now. But I have kids, so when my kids tell me something that they remember and I don't, because it was just a regular day to me. I'm not a kid like them. This is their first time like that. You get what I'm saying? So they remember shit. I'm not gonna remember because I'm probably worried about something on the internet. I'm probably worried about my job. I'm probably worried about, so I'm so worried about other things that it's not a core memory for me. I'm just on autopilot. I'm just being mom. So I feel like you can't apologize for nothing you don't remember. It's not going to be genuine because you don't remember it. So that's why I give my mom grace. You've been through all this shit, and then you had a kid, and then you get a kid 20 years after you.
Even if I didn't remember I did something to somebody, if they came to me and told me, hey, you did this to me, especially a child of mine, if they came to me and say, hey, you did this to me, and it really affected me throughout life, I'm going to be like, I'm sorry. I'm going to let them know that I don't remember, but I would say I'm sorry for putting them through that traumatic experience and ask them what we could do as a whole to move forward. Just because you don't remember something don't mean you don't have to apologize.
You'd already raised up your two kids, right? You probably don't remember. You probably was just going, damn, mind you, my mom was going through a divorce. My mom is going through a divorce. My mom is now divorced with 4 kids by herself. Paying the bills by herself. She's mad, like she's tired. She don't remember nothing. So it's like, that's why I give her grace, because I know my mom, I'm not gonna beg her to. What my mom apologized to me for in 2023 was because I told her how I felt, and she said, I am so sorry that I ever made you feel like that.
Yeah, I feel like that's better.
She's tired. She don't remember nothing. So it's like, that's why I give her grace, because I know my mom, I'm not gonna beg her to. What my mom apologized to me for in 2023 was because I told her how I felt, and she said, I am so sorry that I ever made you feel like that.
Oh, that was a lot. Definitely praying
that
we
was
can
deep.
get out of this situation. She be able to break the cycle. Because sometimes I have to remember that when people act crazy and just disastrous, just like Ekane, that they probably have been through a lot. Or just like most of the time when like someone, we perceive them as a bad person, they might not be totally bad. They've been through some things. But anyway, what do you guys think? Why you think Ekane lied for so long and said that she was not pregnant by Chris? And do you think it's normal for her not to be connected or feel like attached to her baby? And
She didn't tell us that she was pregnant by Chris because she felt ashamed to be pregnant by Chris. Boom. The third thing, her not being attached, it's not too crazy because you're ignoring something. So if you're ignoring something, you can't really even fathom ideas of something you're ignoring. So it's not that crazy to me. Yeah, she had this baby to think that her and Chris was working it out. I thought they probably was in a good space, and she probably thought it was gonna be something different than it was, and it's not.
you think it will grow in her? Let me know.
It definitely will grow in her. She'll become a good mom, and she'll love her kid. Just because she's in the public eye, and she probably would do everything to fix a lot of shit that she done said. Or, she is a mom. I mean, she's gonna love her kids regardless.
What you guys think down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn the post notification bells on. Of course, I love the ones who love me back. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and let me know who you.
This is just crazy. I don't like that. This is just crazy. I don't like. You can't just I don't know. I can't watch her for too long. It's sad, honestly. I don't know how people watch her.